Let's get more on the fallout from the naming of Hugh Edwards as the BBC star at the heart of 7 serious allegations of inappropriate behaviour and the alleged procurement of explicit images from a youngster. I'm delighted to welcome someone who is no stranger to the medium of television, Channel 4 star Kim Woodburn. Kim, do you have sympathy for Hugh Edwards at this time?
Well, you know, this has been going on since the 18th of May, when apparently it was mentioned. Then it went weeks, nothing happened at all. And then suddenly, boom, this past couple of weeks, it's all out in the open. But you see, I don't know what the BBC are doing. They're not commenting much at all. What is happening now?
Yeah.
Now, John Humphreys wrote in the Mail today, he's a good friend of Hugh Edwards, they're mates. And he said in the Mail today, which is something we're not privy to, that apparently Hugh won't be back. Now, that's what the words he used, he won't be back. And I thought, well, I thought the BBC, I don't know what's going on. Then you've got another one today in the Mail, Amanda Patel. I always read her, she's very good. She goes on to say, and she's almost condemning him, I've put these words down. She says that he should be ashamed because to hurt his wife and children like that, he must have felt awful when he brought it to her, shame on them. But you see, we're disputing whether he has brought shame on anything. What has the man done? Can we now tell the truth and get on with this garbage? Because, you know, she's condemned him and I didn't like the way, I must tell you though, I didn't like the way when the man hit problems, okay, it happens, but his wife had to be the one to speak for him. I think that's shocking. I think he should not have done that. Look, a man's a man. Come on, he's married, he's got 5 children, he's proved his manhood, and it's up to him to bring it to the attention, not use his wife and 5 children. Oh, come on. And the thing is, you see, newsreaders and people like him, they really are, they've got to be perfect, haven't they? I mean, nobody's perfect. But we see them as perfect. And then when suddenly these things happen, which we don't know have happened. You see, another thing is apparently, whether it's true, the mother and the stepfather of the young man involved, apparently they're going to film something in the 3 parts. Now, whether that's true in the paper, I don't know. Could you tell me what's going on, Mark? Because we're getting different stories from everybody. The one thing I think is very strange. Now, you see, this man, Edwards, is a brilliant journalist. He covers the biggest, the royals, the funerals, the coronations, the lot. Now, isn't it strange how he can do a job like that, which is jolly nerve-wracking for the average chap? I watched him. He sails through it, confident as anything. But suddenly, when these allegations are made, which we don't know they're true, he can't speak. He's an inpatient somewhere. I don't like that.
Do you think that he's bottled it?
Look. Yeah. I think he has bottled it, yes. But the thing is, it's not. Look, we don't know whether he's done this. If he's done it, then I'd want him to. We don't know. We've got conflicting stories. Where did his friend hear that he's not coming back? And he said in the paper today he will not be back. So is there talks in the background at the BBC that we are not getting? Are we getting second-hand news? Because I don't know what's going on. Do you?
Well, let me try to fill you in where I can. There are 7 allegations at the moment. Hugh Edwards has not denied these allegations, although I'm sure that he will address these allegations in due course. We understand that he's receiving treatment at the moment. It's not clear if he's in a hospital or a clinic, but he's in a bad place mentally, and clearly we wish him well, a speedy recovery. But the allegations remain, particularly in relation to the parents concerned about this child of theirs that they claim is addicted to drugs. They claim that the star handed over £35,000 for pornographic images of their child. You know, in the end, we don't know if it's true, we don't know if it's false, but I feel that you're suggesting that we should hear directly from Hugh Edwards that he needs to address this.
Oh, of course he does. But I don't believe that he's not in a fit state to say a few words. I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay.
You'd have to be at death's door before you couldn't get your lawyer into the hospital, wherever he is, and just say, you make a statement for me. If he's that ill that he can't get his head off the pillow, then he's dying. And I don't think he's doing that.
Kim, can I ask you, if... Kim,
stop to face it. I'm sorry if it's not true. God help him. I'm so sorry for him. True. He's got to face it. He's got to clear his name, and he's not doing it. So your suspect, all is Amanda Patel's and his friend, who says he's not coming back. Can we please get our stories right? Can we sort this out? And can that man make a statement? He can't be that ill. He can't talk, my love.
You're right to be confused, because we hear from the alleged youngster in the first set of allegations that the story is rubbish, but that is through some very expensive central London lawyers. I don't know how an alleged crack addict is paying for top London lawyers. I couldn't afford top London lawyers. That's a red flag for me. And of course, you know, you've got issues about people at the Beeb who are making allegations, who work or have worked with Hugh Edwards, who aren't happy about his conduct. Look, he might be completely not guilty, but he's got to speak out. Kim, finally, if these allegations are proven true, if you were Hugh Edwards' wife, how would you handle that situation if these allegations are true?
I don't think oh, my love, I don't know. Look, shall we say, if they're true, we don't know they're true. But if he has been doing these things, which are pretty foul, if they're true, I wouldn't be with him. I'm sorry. I could not have that man in my house if because he's got, you know, because unless she knew about it. Look, everybody is saying different things about this man. This is what happens when you take television presenters and you put them on a pedestal. You really are silly. We're just human beings, aren't we? But the point is, and I'll tell you what I must say, Jeremy Vine and Nicky Campbell. Oh, please. I mean, do yourself a favour. It's not me. Nobody said it was you, you silly. Get off. Seeking extra publicity. And another one, Ryan Clark was the first one. Oh, Ryan Clark. Sorry, I'm laughing. Well, sorry. It isn't me. Ryan Clark, stop your nonsense. You don't earn six figures and you are not a top presenter. We knew it wasn't you, dear, before you said it.
Kim, always a dream to have you on the show. We'll catch up very soon. Have a great weekend. The brilliant Kim Woodburn dropping truth bombs as always.
Oh, you look sexy. Oh, don't go, dear, because honestly, no, but there's something about you, dear. We've got to meet sometime. Oh, I know. I bet you're a beast. Oh.
You are our queen, Kim Woodburn. You've left me speechless. No one else can do that. The legendary Kim Woodburn. Listen, folks, we've got so much more to come. Can I briefly defend Jeremy Vine, Nicky Campbell and Ryan Clark? First of all, they're three really nice guys, great broadcasters. And I think the reason why they've been on Twitter is because they were linked to this story, which was very unfair, and it's affected their reputation. They did nothing wrong. And I think it's very unusual for me to disagree with Kim, but I will give those lads my backing.